Welcome to another episode of the APL Spotlight series, an extra show line off the main show, Angels, Positivity, and Love. We have incredible guests come back on. We do a little bit of a deeper dive, or we just chat and have more fun. Coming back to us today, an amazing guest. I've gotten to know her very well. I try to have her back on as much as possible. She's from the Tacoma, Washington area. Although as a show host, her show on TV and on the internet, online reaches the Southern California market. So she's an award-winning author, a lot of awards for her book. Um, Reiki Master, just basically healer, and very plugged into wellness, holistic living, and so on. Paula Vail, good to see you again. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you. I am just so honored and just love seeing you, Michael. I love it.
Paula, you have a super high vibe and you've been through a lot, you've done a lot, you've seen a lot. Where are you today? I'll give you three choices: door A, door B, door C. Treetop level, medium height, and then the $1 trillion question. Where are you today, either on your unique life path, or what are you seeing immediately sort of around you with other people? Are you seeing more awareness come into fruition? Or big picture $1 trillion question, what are you seeing for mankind? Have you noticed some sort of a shift, people paying more attention uh, over the decades?
Oh, well, I think I'm up close to the top of the tree. I've been climbing it most of my life, and that's kind of what inspired me to write my book. Why am I so happy? Things I went through in life. But what I see and what I feel with doing my show and people I meet, people are open and wanting to elevate, to get to that higher vibration, to find happiness, to be able to let go of the heaviness of life challenges and things going on, holding them down, wanting to let go of that, be free, and, just realize and acknowledge we can do what we can do. Other than that, we move on and what we have the potential for, what we have inside us, the connection, the love we have around us, the angels. I really believe that door is opening wider and wider.
Do you have an experience you can share with us from recent years, dream time or a stranger on the street, or just some sort of synchronicity, a feather on the doorstep, something that perhaps in the last 6 months that really, really brightened your day?
Oh, I I see feathers a lot. And one thing, like in particular, a few months ago, I was having a very difficult day and down, and I saw a feather, and I actually started thinking, okay, I'm not alone. And it's like I felt physically being hugged, being loved. And that just made me realize, okay, I can step out of this. I am going to get through this challenge and I'm not alone. And I was so grateful and it just changed the whole rest of my day. But I actually felt that love and being held.
Which way would you like to tackle the following? There's a lot of ways, a lot of groups, a lot of religions that like to describe being up here versus down here. Some people call it heart mind, complexity, simplicity, love, unlove, conditional love, unconditional love, or conditional thinking, or knowing that precludes possibility, which is dominating society, versus the knowledge that's universal, that's already within us, that knows no bounds and says, I can, I am. How would you like to tackle, and that's kind of a big topic, but how would you like to describe it in terms of your own journey or how you help others, or again, what you're seeing evolve in others?
I, for me personally, the knowing that I can and I am, and knowing that we have what's inside us and we have what's outside us. And what's outside of us isn't our happiness, isn't our positivity. What's inside us is. And to realize and accept that that is not going to make the decision of where I am in my happiness, in my confidence, in my joy. I have all of that inside me. And when we realize that, that sets us free. And also realizing we have support, we are loved. I think all of that can make a huge shift. Words do one thing, thoughts do another. What we're thinking, what we're feeling, what we allow and believe as we move forth makes a difference. That sets the steps that we're taking.
Positivity is abundance. I think Archangel Michael might have told me that one. And then another one that they said was, you can be happy now in this very moment without a single reason. I like that a lot.
I love that. Yes.
For your book, Ask Me Why I'm So Happy. That's been a blockbuster for winning a lot of awards at book fairs all over. Do you mind taking just a second to describe 3 or 4 book fairs or awards? I'm not sure if it was Nautilus. You've had, I'm going to guess, over a dozen awards by now.
Yes, yes. And it's several awards, magazine features, and Times Square feature. And I'm also next month being given a free timeshare feature of my book in Times Square, and I'm going to be there to observe it. That's going to be really fun. But couple of the really fun recently, I think it was October, it was in the Belgium Book Fair, and they voted it top book in Belgium, Germany. And the Global Book Association, which is an organization that reads books from around the world. One year it got gold, one year it got silver, one year it got bronze. So all of that has been absolutely fantastic. And when I actually decided to write the book, it was, okay, my whole life I've said I'm going to write a book, and I'm going to write a book. I'm going to share, and I share personal things, and I never dreamed it would have the accomplishments and the awards that it's received. And that, you just put out there and hand wide open and just say yes to what may manifest. And what a thing that taught me. It really did.
And you were featured in a recent mini documentary. Can you describe that?
Yes, Woodside Motion. They came to Seattle, and we spent about 8 hours one day filming, and they made a documentary. And that documentary now is being presented in film festivals around the US and around the world this year. And, what a joy. It was so amazing. I never had dreamed anything like that would happen. And I just love the production company. They're great. And so it just, you just never know what's going to manifest. It's really a beautiful thing to see.
And you've been on the show a bunch of times. People can click the links that are below this video to go back, especially the older shows where you're sharing many of your encounters. I don't want to say too much, but there's some very exciting, dramatic moments, and angels stepped in and the universe stepped in, and you share a lot back then. What I'd like to do is, could we have you, for the viewer who's tuning in and maybe hasn't had a good dose of angels lately, or they're not allowing for hearing, feeling, seeing just yet, not even a little bit of goosebumps. So I always like to say you're always 1 second away from meeting an angel, and I mean full on meeting as a human. Good luck with that, but it's not a big deal. Can you tackle angels for us? What do we need to know? What are the basics?
Oh, I would say know that they're with us. No, and they are open to us asking them questions and talking to them. and they're with us no matter what. And they're, I believe, love us communicating with them. And I'll share a little something that happened a couple days ago. I was driving, and here come this speeding car, and it almost T-boned me. It almost ran right into me. And I was just, ah. And it's all of a sudden, it was like, thank you, angels. I know the angels protected me at that moment just a couple days ago. And I know it was the angels that intervened and saved my life. You know, things like that can happen. And, you know, just to know that the angels are there and they protect us. And we can ask some questions and we can get answers in many ways.
Let's talk about everyone's on their life path, and there's a lot of thinking that goes on. And welcome to your own casino. I'm shocked there's gambling going on in your own casino up here. But in the bigger picture, angels are here always. They are here to help. They're not here to force you to do anything. That's the difference with unconditional love versus conditionality. Conditionality and all the stuff we're seeing, especially today, but in thousands of years of mankind, is about control, telling you how to think, how to be, what not to do, all the rest. So angels are different. They're going to let you have your experiences. They don't want to interfere unless you're specifically asking. And I'll do a quote from a couple of Olympic broadcasters that I think it was a world marathon, maybe Tokyo. And the broadcasters said something that has always stuck with me. There's not a lot I can remember. Experience is what you get when you don't get what you want. And I thought that was brilliant. Can you talk to us about that dynamic of, well, angels are here to help, but if you never asked angels for help, you're always ideally getting exactly what you need in each moment. You do have to pay a little more attention. Talk to us about that dynamic of active help, not really getting help, and there's something in there that I know you can address.
Yeah, we can ask for help and maybe not get help with that. And then we go down a different direction. But you know what? That different path can be something that we learn from. It can open up a new opportunity, something we had not even considered or dreamed about. So, you know, sometimes not getting what we want is really a benefit, that because it's going to open up something that we had not even imagined, or, you know, new things in our lives. So it's, you know, it's pretty interesting because, you know, we can easily, I know myself, I, you know, was going to be an accountant. I went to college, got my accounting degree, but started working in a restaurant and fell in love with that and ended up being a restaurant owner and just serving my customers. I mean, so many times, you know, we can think one thing and go a different direction that can be 10 times more joyful than what we were beginning with.
Hospitality or service to others is the highest calling. So beautiful. And you're sharing love, not just food at that restaurant, beautiful restaurant.
Yes, yes.
Let's do this. Do you mind taking a moment? I've never asked you this in probably a half dozen appearances on the show. Can you describe your level of intuitiveness, sensitivity? I don't know how to ask it, but if you walked into a room of people, I suspect, and I'm going to put words where I don't know how to put words here, you can feel people. You've got good barriers or boundaries, and you've been doing this a long time. Can you put a little bit of words or paint the picture for us on um, picking up on vibes, picking up on, you can read the room a little bit. How would you like to describe it? You don't have to spend too much time on it, but could you share a little bit about your skills?
Yeah. I I I do believe I have a skill of reading someone's vibes, you know, reading their vibration level, and it's it's pretty amazing. And I think all of us, what we send out energetically, you know, people can feel. But yeah, I do believe I have that that gift, that something that we all have, but I do think it has enhanced over the years. I can walk in a room and you can kind of feel each person's energy. And I've always loved the knowing that, you can have a big smile on your face in a big crowd and know that that smile's gonna affect everything. I mean, it's shared. But I do think over the years and being more and more open and connecting to the angels also makes a difference with that. And I've gotten so much more, I guess, open and feeling of things since I've known you, Michael. It's sessions with you have been just breathtaking and life-changing. And I'm really grateful for that.
Well, thank you. You're invited back on the show. And connecting to angels, you mentioned that phrase. We're going to do a little of that in just a second, but I had two more nitty-gritty details to ask you. It'll be before bed, any steps you like to remember and to do just before bed, and then dream time. But I want to thank you again for the compliment just now. Thank you. So before bed, these are tactical and practical sort of, we're diving in. So don't answer where you're not comfortable. But what are a good couple of anyone listening could adopt this, or they need a kick because they used to do this, 10 years ago and they've forgotten and they're like, yeah, I know, I really should. I'll start 2 Tuesdays from now. 2 years from now, they haven't started. What could a person do just before bed to kind of either clear out from society, maybe a little less of this before bed? What'd you say? And a little more just paying attention to love, life, and the universe, what's already within you and around you. What before bed can we do?
Ah, um, Something I do, I have a blanket with a picture of a beloved dog that I had years ago, and she was the reason I learned Reiki. I cuddle up with that blanket, I feel her, and we can just say, okay, I let go of the external and I say yes to the love and messages. Send it in a dream, send it however you want, but thank you. And I know I'm loved. And just take some deep breaths. And yeah, put the phone away and just take some deep breaths and be grateful for the love.
Well, I'll share a personal thing. My poor Joy, it was her time to cross the rainbow bridge. My blonde dog, 75 pounds, slept on the bed. Um,
Oh.
she is named after the angel Joy that we're going to, in about 5 minutes, have up here. And you've met Joy a tons of times and so on. And if you've been following this show, great time to remind you to like, subscribe, share, comment. Even an emoji counts as a comment. You're helping other people see this very small, intimate show that has tremendous potential to grow over time. We have almost 500 episodes you can check out. Um, with Joy, I just wanted to mention we have a stuffed animal that substitutes for Joy. She took up a lot of space on a king bed, and that stuffed animal is only yay big. A Nicky, if anybody knows, an NICI stuffed tiger from Europe, great stuffed animal line. Look it up on eBay. They're a little harder to find, but you'll make a kid's dreams come true with a Nicky stuffed animal. So I had to do a plug for my dog Joy. We've heard her, seen her, dream time. I was just in the last 15 minutes of the morning where I'd fallen back asleep. You can have really deep dreams, and we're getting to dreams for you in just a second. You can have deep dreams, and I was at the front of the house right over there, and this is dream time. And we have an upstairs like mother-in-law room sort of thing. And I could hear her four paws as she leapt off the bed. She wanted to come see me. I heard 75 pounds worth of blonde dog hitting the floor and then frantically coming around and hitting the stairs. And then I woke up. And so your dogs never leave you. Your pets never leave you. Your loved ones are always around. Trust in this, trust more. Paula, what do we need to know about our dreams? We're not alone. How do we have more faith, more trust, more grace in our lives?
Mm. Ah, well, I, with dreams, I'm not an expert on dreams, but I know dreams can be messages. So, that's a great thing. But knowing we're not alone, I'd say take those breaths, kind of clear your mind, and think about I'm not alone, and allow yourself say, I am open and I feel you. Let me feel you. And you will feel the angels. You will feel the love. And the more we open to that, the more we're going to feel it. And I'm someone, I'll be driving sometimes and I look up, I love looking at the clouds, and I see clouds, angel clouds shaped like angels. And it's like, oh, hi, thank you, I love you, and I feel the love. I mean, there are so many ways that we can see and feel angels if we're just open to it. So just try to be more and more open and aware. Sometimes we can see things and not realize, but being open, I think, is one of the biggest keys. Allow, be open. Yeah.
Now, we're going to tackle the world for a brief second, but not put too much focus on it. There's a lot of complexity going on. I think there always has been. I know it can seem like it's particularly acute, like in the last year or 10 years ago or back in the 90s. Um, what do we need to know about simplicity versus complexity, or love versus all the thinking in the world? There's a lot of people who tell you how to think, how to hate. This group's no good. That person's no good.
Mhm.
We don't hear a lot of love, especially from all the global experts and everything else, whether they're politicians or this person, that person. The word love, and I'll do it this way. Angels once said, regard others as yourself generously and without fixation. So, with that, the golden rule thing. With that, talk to us about show love always.
Yeah. That's huge, and that's a big key. And it can be difficult to show love. But a little reminder that helps me with that is knowing that we are all energetically connected. We are all connected. Michael, you're my energy brother. And so even if someone I don't like their behavior or their words or whatever, still, that is an energy brother, an energy sister. I love them and, just wish the best. Just sometimes it can be hard, but allowing yourself to be a vessel of love as well as knowing that love is inside you, and enjoy that and be grateful for that. But yeah, it can be difficult, but we are all connected, and that's something that really helps me to stay in the drift, and just what good vibes I can put out or what caring I can do. I can only do what I can do, and I will do that, and I'll be happy with making my effort.
And I want to make sure to plug your Reiki side of you, your energy sharing side, your what you do for folks at one level. At wellnessinspired.com, people can reach out to you from anywhere on the globe because you do Reiki, you do call it energy transference, you do love through the screen, no problemo. Can you just say something about that for 1 second?
Yeah. Yeah, I can do long distance Reiki. I can send Reiki, and I have, to someone on across the planet. For example, and she became a longtime friend years ago, sent long distance Reiki for someone in Australia who was going through fourth stage cancer. Anyway, she's fine now. She's doing great. It's been about 12, 15 years. She actually flew to Seattle to take a Reiki class from me. But yeah, long distance Reiki is very powerful and very wonderful. And Reiki is actually very scientifically based. Our energy field tells our DNA what to do. It's amazing. It's amazing. And it's been life-changing for me, the 26 years I've been doing Reiki.
Well, speaking of energy connection, and I'm going to light some sage here in Texas. You're in Washington State. Um, It could be the time and space thing, and that doesn't work the way we think it does because it ain't about thinking. And I know it's going to take science a little while to fully catch up. I think they're suspecting this now. You know it from classrooms, though. If you had that professor in high school, college, graduate degree, that was amazing. Your 1 hour class went by in 15 minutes. You're like, more. Where'd the time go? The bell's already ringing. You're like, ah. Or the vacation. You went for 2 weeks and it flew by. You're getting back on the plane already. You're like, what happened? Or time went slow. Vacation, it could be a really good vacation, but the first time you went to that place, though 2 weeks felt like a month. Just time went slow. Or the professor was really boring, you're dying. And that's actually when you might have seen the aura on the row of students or 2 rows down in front of you on the back of the head. Here's some sage. I'm going to light it. You can catch the smoke anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter if the year's 2035. Some people taste it. You don't have to taste it. This is an energy thing or a love thing or the universe connecting. It's the interconnectedness that's already there. We could blame the sage medicine itself, the plant. And this is a California company, Juniper Ridge, a lot of smoke now. We did this before the show. Red-tailed hawk feather, not a must, but it certainly helps. It's a very sacred act. Paula, are you already getting the sage in the Tacoma area?
Yes, I smell it, Michael. I smell it.
Can
I
you
love
ask
it.
you have amazing angels around you. Can you ask them to bring you a flower smell? Close your eyes, breathe extra. People at home, if you need a setting your intent, this is my only rule. Ask angels to get you out of your head. Hey, angels, get me out of my head, into my heart. Make it nice. That's it. Could be a cup of tea, playing soccer, community soccer. You got to go run a marathon. Angels, get me out of my head, into my heart. Make it nice. Amen. Rock and roll. Thank you. Own it. Om Sai Rami from India. What flowers are you getting, Paula?
Oh, pardon me, I don't remember the names, but I'm seeing them, I'm smelling them.
What color
Flowers
flowers are they?
from Hawaii.
Oh,
Oh,
hibiscus or
yes.
okay,
Yeah.
good.
Oh.
And we'll take some more steps together. I'll show some light on my hands in just a second, but I want to bring in one angel real quick. And this is the very first and only angel you would ever need, although Archangel Michael, Gabriel, name anybody that you already know, your guardian angel, everyone has one. It doesn't matter if you don't believe in that, it's okay. You have to do you. You're the CEO of your own company. So whatever you think goes, goes. But if you stacked up 9 million billion people, seven, whatever we're at, 8 billion people, you'd find a lot of the thinking kind of cancels each other out, like two waves that just go bloop, and it's a flat ocean. So once you take away all the different types of thinking, I don't like sushi. I love sushi. I don't like tuna. I like tuna. You're going to find that you're left with a lot of love, and the love is what allows for all the contrast to be okay how it is. All of it. Even the stuff that you might not agree with. And that's why love, 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 love. Ben Stiller, Heartbreak Kid, the movie. Here's Joy. If you don't mind getting a beautiful hug from her, a little mantra or a word, just private between you and her, and just say, got it when you got it.
Got it.
Okay, and then what does she say to you? Because you're psychic. What does she say to you to tell all of us for mankind, humanity, or those people who have to do the 9 to 5? They're worried about something. They need love. They need support. They need answers. What is she saying to you to tell all of us?
You don't even have to think about it. You are loved. You are loved. The love is there.
Hmm. I like that. Well, we'll do another angel. Charlotte, she's everybody's school teacher from third grade. If you're in Canada, New Zealand, watching, Britain, third form. Not the mean one who got you in trouble, the nice one. Okay, and she's older, been around the block, kind of looks like Audrey Hepburn's sister. I'm going to mention I saw her at an Austin, Texas Starbucks. I was meeting with my book editor, and I kept looking over. I'm like, why is that woman dressed like she was dressed Santa Fe style? And Austin has like 13 different groups from pure cowboy look to Silicon Valley look to shorts, t-shirt. It's a eclectic mix of people. She didn't fit in with anything I've ever seen in 10 years there. She looked like she was out of Santa Fe, and she was staring the wrong way, straight at us the whole time, sipping coffee, full human. And I asked the question much later. I didn't ask who shot Kennedy. I asked the important questions. Did she drink the coffee? Did she drink the coffee in Starbucks while she was here as a human? And the answer was yes. So you can verify from her. Did she drink the coffee when she was there in that Starbucks that day? What's Charlotte say?
Yes.
And now get something private from her, get a hug. And then what does she say as a reminder for everybody?
uh, she's saying, we remind you all the time, look for us, feel us, know that we are there. And we come, we give different types of messages and celebrate, the curiosity and the being able to look for all of that.
And folks at home, please hit the like button, put a comment down. But you're the only one talking to everybody watching. You're the only one who can do any of the figuring out or take your own steps. No one can tell you anything. I purposely try not to tell anybody anything. So go back to the different shows, go back to Paula's older shows, take the steps. When you see these real photos of angels, and they can shift, they can move. A historical photo of Audrey Hepburn, we'll put her up next, can wink, smile, eyebrow goes up. But you can hit pause, go back, put your hand out, treat her like a fireplace, but you'll feel sparkle in your toes if you try too hard. Ask a question, get an answer. And the final bit's going to right to what Paula said. What do you think half your intuition's been your whole life? It'll sound like your voice because no one wants to freak you out. You're in the middle of a golf swing in a tournament. You're 20 years old. You're rocking it. You're crushing your competitors. You're on the 17th hole. They want you to finish it out smooth, not shank the ball. So if your grandmother on the other side that you love, your favorite human being on the planet, but she's now on the other side, if she said, smack that ball, she wants you to get a hole in one, or your guardian angel or joy said, smack that ball, but full voice that's not yours, I think I would drop the club and quit and run off to go find a psychologist. But if it's my voice that's just me and I'm comfortable, my sport me, I'm on fire, I'm crushing it that day, I'm having a blast, I'm laughing, I'm relaxed, I'm about to hit a hole in one. If it just stays my intuitive voice, duh. But now, so who do you think does half your intuitive voice? Obviously, your higher self's involved. I'm not talking about jumping in someone else's Jag and going 150 miles an hour. That's complexity. Well, we're going to leave that alone. Okay, I'm going to do Audrey Hepburn, and I'm going to have her give you, if you could, a topic for us to tackle. Audrey's an angel. She's loving, she's half grace, she's half sparkle in the moment. This photo can move, wink, smile, catch a perfume uninvented from Paris. But if you want Milan, fine. No limits is no limits. Here's Audrey Hepburn. Just say, got it when she moved in the photo.
Got it.
And if you could catch a smell, it could be just flowers, it could be wisteria, it could be lavender, it could be total elegant perfume that you're like, oh my God, I'll take some of that, please. I'll have what she's having. And what does she say the topic is for you to run with a little bit? It's right up your alley.
Boy. For the smell, I'm getting honey.
And what does she say? You could do this blindfolded, smoking a cigarette, riding a bicycle backwards.
Uh,
What's the topic?
oh, the topic is just eyes open, and you'll be amazed at what you see and what you feel.
Ooh, Big Mary once said, love is a constant. It never fades, shrinks, it's always with you. Like always. She didn't get into all that detail, but she said, love is a constant. Open your eyes to find love. And I kind of think that's what you just said. Can you give an
Oh,
example where you recently were like, oh, I've been looking at the bushes or the trees, and there's the whole forest around me, and now I'm like one with the forest, like forest from the tree stuff. What, give us an example, or just you're very inspirational. Your whole thing is inspiring others to, elevate their vibration, to embrace more love, to be in their hearts more, to realize, self-actualize, really. Um, Talk to us about that inspiration. What do you really love? I mean, you've been touching on it. What do you like to remind us all, inspire us all with?
ah. Um, that we're going to get messages, we're going to get signs from the angels. But I do want to share something. We also get messages from loved ones and pets and past people. I'm going to share a quick example. My father passed away recently, and him and I had this little thing about shooting stars. The morning after he passed, I was outside in the yard with the dogs, and it was still dark. And I looked up, and here come a shooting star. I mean, moments like that. Oh my gosh. But yeah, we are getting messages from the angels, from loved ones, from our pets. I mean, and to open up to that, what we can see and feel. I have, while we were talking, Michael, and with one of the angels, I felt like a hand touch my hand. I
And
mean,
that's doable. I always encourage, you've done it. I even think on the prior shows, you've had an angel hold your hand or at least off camera. Um,
yeah.
what we'll do is a little seeing, a little more hearing and feeling. And it's okay, folks, wherever you're at. Feel what you feel. Do not judge. If it's complex, you're like, my problem is, my situation is, you're still stuck up here. No one's telling you it's just like that. I mean, it is like that. But you and I and everyone knows sometimes that this takes 20 years or a whole lifetime or two lifetimes. Let's not get too negative,
Mhm.
though. But it is also like that. If I grabbed 100 people with the same identical situation, some people are really crazy good at it. They're like, no, I just went and got the car engine replaced. I mean, done. Others are like, I can't afford it. 20 years goes by, they're driving the same car. They're not driving it. It's stuck in the front yard and everything in between. So, welcome to being human. That's all of us. But there is always another way. And then Paula helps you see there's an elevated path that's incredible. And it's through your heart and into a broader reality in and around you. I'm going to do this, which is not a black clipboard. I'm going to actually show light against this. Call it an aura, consciousness, love, universal love. I'm kind of borrowing from Celestine Prophecy, the movie, but I always do the disclaimer. This seeing light between your fingers was around before then. In the 70s, Sue Frederick came on from Arizona and was like, nah, we were doing this before the movie even got made. In India, they do it this way. I can't do it that way. I love doing it that way, but not when I'm standing. It's awkward with this position, the way the camera is. I'm going to tell a dad joke. If you're laughing, you're letting go. Where in a hospital is the worst place to play hide and seek? Where? Answer, in the ICU. If you're laughing, you're letting go, and that's the whole complexity of all this. See a little bit of light, a filament of light between my fingers. Paula, if you don't mind sharing what colors you see or color, what do you see?
Ooh, I'm a white kind of yeah, white, maybe kind of a light blue.
And now see if you get an object or a face or a cardinal, a dog, any object. It could be a ball of light. It could be,
A dog face, you know, the
oh.
side of his face. I see the nose. I see.
It started to slide, so I stopped. But bravo. And people can play that over, see what you can see, feel what you can feel. It's really your heart doing the seeing. So it's the Zen Japanese thing, seeing without seeing, feeling without feeling. It's why all that Zen stuff is so mysterious, because telling you to get out of the mind, half those things are tests. When you hear one Zen monk meet another at the creek, they have a little battle word wise, and you can't make heads or tails of it. But the bottom line is they're doing a pulse check. Are you up here? Are you down here? If you're down in your heart, all of nature unfolds for you in that moment. You have a Satori Samadhi Shaktipat moment. With that, I'm going to bring in an Indian figure in just a moment. Sri Shirdi Sai Baba. I'll do my guardian angel, a silhouette of an angel. She's a Pacific princess, Mother Hawaii. She's very oceany, and that name is the most complex name out of like 300 names. Just call her Minn, like Minnesota, Lakota Sioux word for water. And she's very soft spoken, very oceany. If you like Rehoboth Beach, Seychelles, Florida, Bora Bora, Hawaii, let her bring you that ocean vibe that you know. And if you don't know it, you can just close your eyes and she'll show it to you. What are you getting from Minn for all of us? And make sure you get a good embrace.
I'm. She's repeating what you just said, Michael. She's saying, "Be in the heart. Be
And
in the heart. Open the heart."
and we
Ah,
don't, it's so funny on a show that's called Angels, Positivity, and Love. We do not spend enough time on guardian angels. And in fact, I got to share a little tidbit. If it's been 15 years helping, a little more than a couple thousand folks, they could do great for 7 hours. Like an Olympic gymnast, the pole vault thing, the balance beam, the horse, whatever that's called, all that stuff, trampoline. But when it gets to meeting your guardian angel, people freak out. I mean, you could be A plus, A plus, A plus, and then an F because you're like, oh my God, it's my guardian angel. I'm so worried. What does she say about meeting your guardian angel? How, I mean, they've been with you for every second of every breath of your whole life. It's not a big deal. It is a big deal, but it's not. What does she say about meeting your guardian angel?
To realize they've been with you the whole time, and it's just, I can see your face now.
And
Like I
80,000 people have
completed
her.
it.
Yeah, 80,000 people have her as their guardian angel. I have two guests from the end of 2024 that know her and recognized her right away. The first one was Dr. Karen Wyatt, episode 110, August 30th, retired physician. And she immediately was like, oh my God, that's my guardian angel. And she shares
Oh,
the story. If people go back to episode 110, she shares the story of being like a little kid in bed, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, tucked in, safe house, safe bed, safe everything, no trauma. And she woke up in the middle of the night and there's an angel all in white. This angel, Minn. Minwala. Awala is a Polynesian morning glory. It's also Ua and La in Hawaiian, rain and sun, rainbow. So her name is Water Rainbow, Water Morning Glory. She woke up and saw Minn all in white at the foot of her bed. And from that moment on, she wanted to be a doctor. And she got to meet her as a full on human in Redondo Beach for 30 minutes. A month later, it's who's coming back on the show, Reverend, I got to get this right, Julie Moret. She's part of in California Agape Spiritual International on the board with Michael Bernard Beckwith. She's wonderful. Been around the block. Just climbed one of the Mount Himalaya things, Kilimanjaro, whatever. It was in Kenya. It was Himalayans. Went to the base camp at least. But she recognized her from her corporate days in New York, in a loft, midtown somewhere, downtown. And she tells the story. You got to watch it. It's that October, September after that August, so probably episode 118 or something. And she said she kind of like not used her intuitiveness. She had it as a kid strongly, has it as an adult strongly, loves helping others, but had lost it and was doing the corporate thing. She was 9 to 5 or, 8 to 7 and working hard. This angel shows up and she freaks out after 30 seconds. And the next night shows up for a minute and then she freaks out and kept coming back until she remembered, oh, yeah, I actually have extra sensory. I'm very aware. I had parked it in the closet for a long time. And I don't have the right words for any of it, but it was weird and fun that we had two guests within a month that knew her independently. So, could you give us one more guardian angel pep talk? What else?
uh, just, I mean, in my life, several times, I believe a guardian angel has saved my life. And it, they're with us, and feel free to talk to them and ask them questions. Feel free to thank them for being your guardian angel and being with you, and open up to feeling them, you know, because they are with us. And in realizing that and knowing that, oh my gosh, it's life changing.
And even one way communication's okay, as long as, if you need to put a hand on your heart to make it a little extra special and you're not
Mhm.
sure, you need to put a hand on your heart and do one way. And if you could try to remember to listen, can you pep talk us on that as well? Like one way is okay. They're hearing you.
Yeah, yeah, just what works for you. They're hearing you, putting the hand, or, looking out the window, or just sitting with your eyes closed and feeling them and knowing they're there. Just, whatever works for you is a beginning, and is going to open up that communication and that feeling and knowing.
Can we do a warm and fuzzy exercise? I'm going to put up a block, a stick, a point. I don't know what it's called. It's selenite crystal stuff, and it's real white and light, and it's one of the easiest crystals. If you don't know anything about crystals, this is selenite, and it's just white light, basically. But it's very conscious. If anybody at home wants to listen to the consciousness and hear talking or hear a sound bowl concert, great. A physical sound bowl concert. People do that on the show. But Paula, do you mind just having the consciousness embrace you, selenite crystals? And if you want to get a message for all of us, get a new one inspiring us.
And just seeing that and feeling that, it's like it fills me with light and surrounds me with light. And I believe the message I'm getting is the light is there. You can be in the light, feel the light, and let it be a part of you.
We'll do one last interactive exercise. And then I'm going to read you some random quotes. It could be Winnie the Pooh, Eckhart Tolle. It could be Gary Zukav. It could be Wayne Dyer. It could be Einstein. Who knows? But first, I'll just put my hand up in Texas. We'll get a connection. Only love and above, not my bill paying side, or, oh, I'm not running fast enough and I'm a Judgy McJudgerson. Just the heart. And we'll let Angel chaperone here. And if anybody wants to do this at home, great. No one's going to see you. Put an emoji down. You don't have to put a comment, or just do what a lot of people say. I smelled the incense or the sage through the screen. Ask for incense from your favorite country. But do you mind putting your hand up and feel what you can feel first? We'll get a connection going. What do you feel?
Ooh, I'm scent-wise, what am I feeling?
In the nose or the hand? What are you feeling for a flow? Anything you want to share?
Well, I'm feeling a flow. I'm feeling the flow, and a scent I'm getting is eucalyptus.
Ooh. My microphone's down here today. I'm going to blow a couple times and then we're going to switch to a very last figure, Sri Shirdi Sai Baba. So don't forget, I have a colorized photo of the guy who's the guru, tight with angels, pure unconditional love from India. And where he's from 100 plus years ago, from literally up to about 1915 or so, but much earlier. And he's really chill. I have a colorized photo of him. We'll put it up in a second. But first, I'm going to blow and whoosh a little bit of light your way. We're going to blame angels. Don't blame Canada. Here's Minn. I can't reach anybody else right now. Let her and Archangel Michael and Gabriel and the rest shepherd this. Here comes. Paula, did you get a little extra light, a little extra love, a little extra whooshing from angels just now?
Yes, yes, that was a whoosh. And it felt so good.
Okay, I'm gonna do a final one. I'll look like I'm cheating at ping pong. I'll have two paddles instead of one. And I'm gonna whoosh, but I can reach now for joy. And I'll put up Archangel, I'll put up four Archangels. Just we get one last big push, as they say in Lawrence of Arabia. The big push. I think they were talking military, but we don't mind doing it in terms of love.
Love push.
Yeah, here it is. Here's four rainbow pie slices. I got them a lot of different ways. These are actual photos. Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel. It doesn't matter who's who. If you're nitty gritty at home, get a legal pad and pen, ask them, listen, and you can figure it out. Okay, here's Joy in the background as well. Joy, four archangels. Let them do the whoosh here. Here comes.
Mm.
And that wasn't like the last one, was it?
Oh, no. Oh, it felt so good. Thank
Well,
you.
I'll put up Sri Shirdi Sai Baba. Have him give you a closing reminder. First, let him give us something, all of us, a reminder. He's a sweetheart. He'll move in the photo. You can see an eyebrow go up, a wink, a smile. If I didn't do Audrey, I think I did Audrey. Yeah, I did Audrey. He's the other photo that really likes to move a lot. Just say,
He's
got
so
it.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here, a private reminder. Get a movement in the photo. Say, got it when you got it.
got it.
And then if you want, catch a gorgeous incense from India that's so exquisite, it kind of saved you the trip. You're like, oh, it's sacred. It's special. It's got me. And finally, what's he have as a reminder for about angels? I don't think I've ever asked that. What does he specifically say about angels and how they're accessible for us all?
He says there are so many of us and we are all accessible. Just look, just ask, just feel. We are accessible.
I love it. Okay, a few quotes and then we'll start to wrap it up. I'm going to try to randomly pick some quotes. I got 18 pages of quotes here from famous authors from 100 years ago, from last week. Okay, well, this is three Native American chiefs on the other side talking about Big Mary. I'm still going to say this one out loud, not a famous author. What to know about Mary, the Big Mary? Red Shirt, the Native American chief, historical figure on the other side, says she is love and how much she trusted in her angels. So, what do you like to remind people about Mary?
Uh, She's so much love. She is so much love. That's, you just feel it when you say her name. You do. When you think of her, you say, and you feel the love.
Okay, now here comes
So,
3 personality quotes. I'll find actual people who I think I have the right. Yeah, I got the right one. Okay, here's a Wayne Dyer. Well, here's an Albert Einstein quote and some others. I'll just go to random ones here. The only source of knowledge is experience. Here's another one. And this one I use all the time. I must have the paper bent somehow. You change the way that you shape the light which is flowing through you by changing your consciousness. Gary Zukav, Seed of the Soul. And one more. Nothing stands between you and anything you desire other than your own pattern of thought. That's Money and the Law of Attraction, which I believe is Hicks, right? Esther Hicks, probably. So nothing stands between you and anything you desire other than your own patterns of thought. Between those 3, could you give us a closeout for the show?
oh boy. The about everything is your thought. That's what put it through, your thought. You're allowing, you're saying yes. It's our thoughts do the direction of so much. They take us in the direction we're going. They take us to what we manifest. Our thoughts are so powerful. And that's something to celebrate because that is something we control.
Mm.
We put our thoughts and we can make the decision of what we're going to put out there and what we're going to think about. I love it.
Where you put your focus is where you put your focus. How you spend your energy is how you spend it. Everyone's doing it all the time. I've never met anybody who's like, hey, I'm going to go out the door and waste my energy for a week. And yet that's exactly what we do for 2/3 of most of our weeks with a lot of thinking. But don't beat yourself up. The ego's ready to grab a clipboard and pen and be like, oh, no, he's right. I could be really judgy and not doing self-love, not relaxing, not smiling. I get uptight. I'm serious about my work and I don't like those people and I can't do that over there. But it doesn't have to be like that. So say yes to the universe, like Paula just reminded us. Let the universe help. The way I'll describe it is like sailing. If you don't hoist up the sail, how are you going to catch the wind? You don't have to know sailing. Sailing can be a little complex. It's easier than that. It's just being here. Paula certainly, between her book, between her service to others, and everything else, and her natural presence is helping us all hoist up the sails and catch a little more love daily. For that, Paula Vail, thank you very much for being on the APL Spotlight series. You're amazing.
You're amazing, my friend. Thank you. Everyone out there, love, hugs, and blessings.